Yeah, I've started
Yes,
recording.
ma'am.
Yeah. So now, like for example, you have 3 cases in provision for taxation. Let me show you. There is a possibility that in the balance sheet you are given provision for tax. Okay? So 2019 and 2020. Let's say for the year 2019-20, 20,000 is the provision for tax, and for the year 2020, 50,000 is the provision for tax. Now tell me, anyone, how will you treat it? क्या करोगे? Any idea, anyone? In the balance sheet, the provision for tax has been given. 2019 का 20,000 दिया है और 2020 का 50,000 दिया है. क्या करेंगे? Anyone? No idea?
मैम
मैम
we
इस साल
will
जो
add the difference
net
like
21 को
net
ऐड कर देंगे।
profit.
संध्या तुम बोलो. संध्या तुम बोलो एक बार.
Ma'am, we will add the difference in net profit.
हाँ, मतलब ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, लेकिन इसको टेक्निकली मतलब ये तो एक रटने वाली बात हो गई. मेरा कहने का मतलब है इसका फर्क क्या हुआ, इसका कहने का क्या मतलब, जो 2000 पहला क्वेश्चन ये है मेरा आपसे, जो 2019 का ये प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स है 20,000 और जो 2020 का ये प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स है 50,000, व्हाट डज इट मीन?
मैम ओपनिंग और क्लोजिंग बैलेंस मतलब वर्किंग नोट्स में अकाउंट्स बनते थे, पूरा प्रोविजन एंड टैक्सेशन अकाउंट बनता था।
हाँ, तो मतलब मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि ये जो 2020 वाला है इसको हम मानते हैं, देखो इन दोनों में से एक को तो हम मानते हैं जो पेड है और एक को जो हम मानते हैं वो प्रोवाइडेड फॉर है. सो माय क्वेश्चन इज 2020 का प्रोवाइडेड फॉर है या 2019 का प्रोवाइडेड फॉर है?
मैम 2019 पेड है and 2020 प्रोवाइडेड फॉर है.
Is she right? Anyone? Is she right?
I think so.
Ashutosh, what are you saying? I think so या I don't think so?
I think so मैम.
I think so. See, दोनों में से मतलब जो 2 साल है, पुराना साल कहो और ये साल कहो, ठीक है, जो पिछले साल का है वो है जो पेड है और जो इस साल का है वो प्रोवाइडेड फॉर है. Am I right? Please confirm all of you. Do you get it? लास्ट ईयर का जो है वो है पेड एंड जो इस साल का है वो है प्रोवाइडेड फॉर. Am I clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, जो पिछले साल का है that is an outflow of cash. The one which is for last year is an outflow of cash. So this one, this 20,000, अभी हमने बात करी थी जब हम बना रहे थे आपका कैश फ्लो सिस्टम हमने स्टार्ट किया था, क्या बोला था? इट्स एन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंस. तो ये 20,000 तो वहां माइनस होगा, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट. दिस 20,000 विल बी डिडक्टेड एज एन ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंस. सारा सब कुछ माइनस करके माइनस एंड में हम माइनस करते हैं आपका टैक्स, ठीक है. Now this 50,000, what about this 50,000? This has been provided for. Since this has been provided for, it again means मैंने अगर NPBT या जो भी फिगर से स्टार्ट किया, जो मेरा नेट प्रॉफिट दिया हुआ है उससे स्टार्ट किया, लेट्स से 1 लाख का फिगर है वो, तो उस 1 लाख में मैं ये 50,000 क्या करूंगी ऑल ऑफ यू? I will add this. I will add this. So why? Because again the same thing. It's like it's a provision. कोई कैश नहीं है जो मैंने निकाला है प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स के लिए अलग, कोई आउटफ्लो नहीं है. So again, it is a provision. So therefore, it's an appropriation, you can say, or a provision, you can say to certain extent, just like general reserve. So again, I have added this. So this 50,000 will be added. But this is case number 1, where आपको दोनों ही चीजें बैलेंस शीट में दी होंगी. If you want to see this, let me tell you, page number 9.21, please. You can see the example there also. Please check 9.21. Please check 9.21. Example number 4. I give you 2 minutes, please read it. And it's the same case that I have just told you with a different example. Example 4, 9.21. Can you read it, please? And tell me if there is any doubt. If it is clear, just raise your hand, then we'll go to the case 2. Is it clear? Can I go on to case 2? Please say yes or no. So case 1 is when in the balance sheet you will be given provision for tax. So the last year will be the amount that is paid. So you will deduct it from operating activities. This year will be provided for, hence will be added to the net profit. Clear? Let's go on to the second case. There is a possibility, in addition to whatever is given to you in the balance sheet, you will also be given tax paid given in the supplementary information. So for that, please come on example 5 on the same page 9.21. So it says the following relevant information is obtained from the books of Messrs. P Limited. For 21 you have 50,000 and for 22 you have 70,000. But there is an additional information which is saying the amount of tax paid during 22 amounted to 40,000. How would you deal with this item presumed to be non-current? So therefore, I have to make a provision for tax account in this case. Whenever I have three entries, which basically means I have the balance brought down. How much is the balance brought down, anybody? Balance brought down is 50,000.
50,000.
Right. I have the balance carried down. And that is, how much is carried down? 70,000.
70,000.
Right? And I have an adjustment. It says during the year you paid 40,000. You paid, that means to bank. That means to bank, you paid 40,000. So therefore, if I do, the total of this comes out to be 1,10,000. And thus, the difference is 60,000, which will become the provided for. This amount will be provided for. You can write by P&L. That is 60,000. Hence, अब treatment क्या होगा? Treatment ये होगा that this 60,000 will be added and this 40,000 will be deducted. Is it clear? Do you want me to repeat? Please tell me. Please tell me. Should I repeat? Done? Yes or no? बोलो, clear है?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So therefore, उसका उल्टा भी हो सकता है. That you are given the provided for amount in the supplementary information. Let's see case 3. It's right after this. Example 5, you have example 6. Example 6 says the following comparative balance sheet contains the relevant information about the provision for tax. For 21, it is 20,000 and for 22, it is 30,000. You are informed that 50,000 is to be charged to the P&L. Same, you have to make a provision for tax account. I'm waiting all of you. Please make the provision for tax account and then tell me what will be deducted and what will be added back. I'm waiting. Please solve this. Example number 6. अकाउंट बना के चैट बॉक्स में भेजेंगे प्रोविजन फॉर टैक्स का. आई एम वेटिंग.
The amount we have actually paid in the form of tax will be the balancing figure.
एक सेकंड होल्ड कर. आशुतोष जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. हाँ निमिषा बोल. Yeah, sorry, I had a call from the college. So yeah, you were saying something, Ashutosh. Aru, please take it. Yeah, disturbance हो रही है. लेके जाओ इसे. हाँ, you were saying something, Ashutosh. What's the
Ma'am, I was
answer?
saying 40,000 is the balancing figure, which
No,
is the
don't tell
actual
me that.
amount
Don't
of
tell me
tax.
the balancing figure. You tell me what is
you
provided
paid.
for and what is paid amount. Tell me that.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, 40,000 is a paid amount
Yes, 40,000 is paid amount and provided
and
for is
50,000. 50,000.
50,000.
50,000, which is already given, right? Clear? So basically what we are saying is these are the three kinds of treatments that you have in provision for tax. Now let's come to proposed dividend that we are talking about earlier. Bit of changes in there. So it's right now in front of you in your books only. Just immediately after this example, I'll read it for you. It says proposed dividend. The legal position of proposed dividend is that it is a part of the surplus before the annual accounts are approved. Obviously, it is a part of the surplus. Surplus में है जो amount वो proposed dividend है. In general meeting. General meeting में you propose it. Okay. The dividend is always declared in the general meeting, which you must have done in corporate laws also. In general meeting, after the preparation of balance sheet. Once you've made the balance sheet, you decide that this is how much we declare. So therefore, it should not be shown in balance sheet. भाई balance sheet के बाद propose किया है meeting में, तो इसलिए उसको आप balance sheet में नहीं दिखाते. ये financial statements में भी हम करेंगे, and we were discussing it, and you also said that yes ma'am 2018 में हुआ ये. We don't show it in the balance sheet. So as per paragraph 14 of AS4 revised, it should always be shown in the notes. That's very important, that proposed dividend will always be shown in the notes to the accounts. Okay, just give me a second. Achha. Notes to the accounts. Thus, it has no effect on the calculation of cash generated by operations. And if any dividend recommended or declared, अगर कोई dividend है जो कि recommend हुआ है या declare हुआ है, given in the adjustment, for example, आपको adjustment दी हुई है कि this much is the dividend, okay? It would be added back to current year's profit, and payment for the same would be shown as outflow of cash under financing activities. So therefore, it basically means अगर आपको कोई भी adjustment proposed dividend की end में दी हुई है, supplementary information दी हुई है, तो two things you are going to do with it, because that is something that you have proposed, and therefore again say जैसे provision for tax में जो भी आप propose कर रहे हो, जो भी आप provide for कर रहे हो, वो add back कर रहे हो, similarly you are adding it back. And the second treatment is because dividend will be paid and it's a financing activity, it will be deducted in the financing activities. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubts? Any questions? Fine. So I think that's the basic, important adjustments that we wanted to talk about, we've talked. But yes, one more important thing is changes for working capital. That also we should discuss before we actually do the question. Changes for, so we have changes for working capital. Obviously, when I'm talking about changes for working capital, I'm actually talking about current assets and current liabilities. Let's talk about each one of them. How will it? So once we have got our net profit, operating activities, now I am going to make the changes for current assets. For example, let's take a situation whereby मैं थोड़े situations लूंगी and आपसे discuss करूंगी. There is an increase in stock. So there is an increase in stock. You will look at your balance sheet and you will see there is an increase in stock. From 50,000, your stock has increased to 60,000. Anybody, what will be the treatment of increase in stock? Yeah.
Outflow of 10,000. Yes. Outflow of 10,000.
Ashutosh, repeat because the network is breaking actually.
Outflow of 10,000, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, when you're saying, it basically means that मैंने अगर stock खरीदा होगा तो उसके लिए payment की होगी cash में. That is what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So therefore, when I'm talking about an increase in stock, or so to say, the general thumb rule is increase in current asset. Increase in current asset. there will be an outflow. So therefore, there will be a deduction. Okay. So I repeat, when I'm saying there is an increase in current asset, I repeat, whenever there is an increase in current asset, you will deduct the amount, which obviously means the opposite of it, that is decrease in stock. Decrease in stock. It means decrease in current asset. So obvious है, decrease हो रहा है, मेरा stock कम हो रहा है, तो मैंने अपना stock बेच दिया होगा, तो I will add. Is it clear? So therefore, I come to now next thing, that is increase in creditors. Increase in creditors, which also means increase in current liability. Increase in current liability. मतलब मेरी current liability बढ़ गई, मेरी current liability बढ़ गई. क्या होगा? Logic क्या कहता है? और अगर logic आप नहीं, repeat, I couldn't hear you.
No flow, ma'am.
I didn't hear you properly. Again, repeat, beta.
I was saying there will be neither inflow nor outflow of cash.
Are you sure? Increase in creditors. भाई increase in current liability हो रहा है, क्या बात कर रहे हो? कुछ तो होगा, सोचो जरा थोड़ा.
कैश कैसे घटेगा मैम अगर हम क्रेडिटर्स पे ले रहे हैं?
अभी बताते हैं. Anyone? Increase in current liability, increase in creditors से क्या होगा? कोई बताएगा मुझे?
Flow of cash.
What of cash? Outflow or inflow?
Inflow, maybe inflow.
Okay, explain. Creditors क्या होते हैं? Creditors कौन होते हैं? जो मुझे पैसे देंगे या लेंगे मुझसे?
देंगे. इन फ्यूचर में लेंगे, अभी देंगे. अगर क्रेडिटर इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो ऑफ कोर्स इन्होंने पैसे दिए होंगे.
बाकी सब बोलो. क्रेडिटर्स कौन है? क्रेडिटर्स कौन है?
मैम अगर हमने उनसे कुछ चीजें खरीदी हैं तब तो नो फ्लो होना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर हमने उनसे पैसे लिए हैं मैम तब इनफ्लो होना चाहिए. क्रेडिटर्स वो है जो हमसे पैसे पहले देते हैं फिर बाद में लेते हैं.
नहीं, हम करंट में बात कर रहे हैं ना. हम करंट में बात कर रहे हैं, तो मतलब मेरा कहने का ये मतलब है ये परचेज ऑफ गुड्स वाले हैं या सेल ऑफ गुड्स वाले हैं. इन शॉर्ट दैट्स व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू आस्क यू. परचेज मतलब मैंने इनसे गुड्स खरीदे हैं and on a future date I will pay them money. Is that what I'm saying? Is that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. On a future date I will pay them. तो पहली चीज तो ये यहाँ से देखो, अगर इंक्रीज इन स्टॉक इंक्रीज इन करंट एसेट तो माइनस हो रहा है. वैसे रूल ऑफ थंब बता रही हूँ पहले, फिर लॉजिक की बात करते हैं. इंक्रीज इन करंट एसेट अगर माइनस हो रहा है, इसका ऑपोजिट यहाँ होगा इंक्रीज इन करंट लायबिलिटी में, दैट इज प्लस होगा. पहली बात रूल ऑफ थंब. उसके बाद इसको भी बताती हूँ, फिर आपको आई टेल यू. डिक्रीज इन क्रेडिटर्स कम हो रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स डिक्रीज इन करंट लायबिलिटी. सो अगर मेरी करंट लायबिलिटी कम हो रही है मतलब मैंने उन्हें पैसा पे किया है, देयरफॉर माइनस. इसका ऑपोजिट यहाँ जो है. सो दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. मतलब मैं अपने क्रेडिटर्स को पैसे पे कर रही हूँ, मतलब माइनस हो रहा है. यहाँ पे मैं आज की डेट में पैसे नहीं पे कर रही, तो मेरे को ये फायदा हो रहा है. ये पैसा मेरा कम नहीं हो रहा है, तो ये यहाँ पे ऐड हो रहा है. इज इट क्लियर? Is it clear? Technically, you know, all of you, अगर आप इसमें से सिर्फ एक चीज पे ध्यान रखोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपको बाकी सब अपने आप आ जाएगा. आपको कुछ सोचना नहीं है. कैसे? जैसे अगर आपने इंक्रीज इन स्टॉक याद कर लिया, भाई आई हैव परचेज स्टॉक, आई हैव पेड मनी, सो देयरफॉर देयर इज अ नेगेटिव साइन, व्हिच ऑटोमेटिकली मींस अगर इंक्रीज इन स्टॉक नेगेटिव है तो ऑटोमेटिकली डिक्रीज इन स्टॉक पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. व्हिच आल्सो मींस अगर इंक्रीज इन स्टॉक नेगेटिव है तो इंक्रीज इन क्रेडिटर्स पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. इज इट क्लियर? Is there a question? You don't have to ratify this, but I'm very sure most of you have ratified this कि भाई increase in asset plus होता है या minus होता है, वो सब आपने रटा हुआ है. अब वो आपकी मर्जी है, आपको रट के करना है या आपको लॉजिक से करना है. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your hands if I can go ahead. Fine. So that is the general thumb rule for current assets and current liabilities. So let's just, I think we can try something today. One maybe full-fledged question. There are obviously a lot of other things also, but considering that most of it you know already, I'm going to start with one question today, and that is going to be Give me a minute, all of you. I think let's do illustration 18. All of you, please take out illustration 18 and just raise your hand once you see illustration 18. That is page number 9.48. Read it. I'm waiting. So just wait. You have 5 minutes. You can read it and then we'll start with the question. Okay. I think I should do it on Excel only. Just a minute. When you're done reading, please raise your hands, then we'll start. आरू आपकी next class start होनी है? When you have read, please just raise your hands, okay? Then we can start the question. Join. I'm just waiting for you to let me know when can I start.
That's not allowing me to raise my hand. I've read it.
Okay, no problem. We can start now. Okay. So let's see. So yes, the additional information we have, I mean, obviously there is the balance sheet that we have, and then we have the additional information. Let me read it for you and then we'll start. So during the year ended 31st March 2020, an interim dividend of 30,000 and final dividend of 40,000 were paid. Investment costing 35,000 was sold at a loss of 7,000. Interest received on investment during current year amounted to 10,000. Depreciation charged on land and building 20,000 and on plant and machinery 25,000. The company made a provision of 70,000 for income tax. Now the very first question, which figure will I start with? Which figure will I start with? There is no adjustment saying that this much is the profit for the year. So what do? Anyone?
Ma'am, from surplus account.
So we can make the first thing that we are going to do, all of you, is the surplus account, and therefore I look at the balance. I look at the balance sheet, and in the surplus account it is showing me 80,000 and 1,50,000. So the balance brought down is 80,000, and then let's say, depending on how many I have, carried down is 1,50,000. Okay. Now let's see. Let me see in the balance sheet only. You can also have a look at, we discussed, first point that we discussed was general reserve. Tell me, all of you, how much is the transfer of general reserve, please? How much is the general reserve? कितना transfer किया हमने general reserve, देख के बताओ. Anyone? 94,000.
Yeah.
94,000. That's correct. Having said that, you have been given the adjustment. The first adjustment says that interim dividend. So interim dividend that has been paid is 30,000. And then there is also, there is also a dividend, that is final dividend of 40,000. Right? Okay. Investment costing 35,000 was sold at a loss, and then you have, I think there is something regarding the provision for tax also. Do we have an account for provision for tax? Yes. We also have a provision for tax account, which means we will have to make a provision for tax account also before I pass the provision for tax. The balance brought down for provision for tax is in the balance sheet. If I just see, it comes out to be 65, right? 65 is here. And carried down is 85, and the adjustment that has been given for provision is the company made a provision of 70,000. ये कहाँ लिखूं? Anybody? Where do I write down this 70,000? बोलो.
Profit and loss.
किस साइड में? यहाँ पे लिखूंगी ना 70,000. So this is. And this is the amount that you have paid. Sorry. This minus this. This is 50,000. This is what you have paid. और यहाँ क्या लिखूं provision for tax? Anybody? What will be the amount here?
70,000.
Right, correct. Let's take out now the total. That amount that will come here is the amount that I'm going to start with. Okay, let's see. Please do it all of you and tell me what is the balancing figure. Oops, sorry, I have done that. Please tell me the balancing figure that you have.
3,04,000.
Correct. So with that, I will start. Is it clear, all of you? Is there any doubt? So here we have this, and this is the balancing figure. So this is actually profit during the year. This is profit during the year before tax. This is the figure which I am going to start. Okay, so let me start my question here. Profit during the year before tax. This comes out to be 3,04,000. Now see, after this, there was a few things that I think I missed, but considering that you would know that, there are certain non-cash expenses. For example, if I talk about depreciation, what is the treatment of depreciation? Again, depreciation ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने cash निकाल के depreciation किसी को pay की है. It again means that depreciation will be added back. All right. Then there are other things like profit on sale of investment or loss on sale of investment. Accordingly, we have to treat that also. So these adjustments I am going to make now here. So if I look at the question, like for in the second question, second part adjustment, it says investment costing 35,000 were sold at a loss of 7,000. It again means I should make an investment account. And the investment brought down is what I have. Let me check. 75,000, I guess. Yeah, it is 75,000. 75,000 is the investment brought down. And the carried down investment that I have is 40,000, I think. Yeah, it is 40,000. And in the adjustment, it is saying that the investment costing 35,000 were sold at a loss of 7,000. मतलब पैसा कितना आया मेरे पास? 35,000 minus 7,000 कितना हुआ? How much money did I get by selling it? 28,000. So by cash, 28,000. And this 7,000 loss that I have has obviously gone in the surplus account. This 7,000 has gone in the surplus account. Is this clear? Or statement of P&L. P&L. So therefore, if I see this, here will be the amount. यहाँ कौन सा अमाउंट आएगा? Anyone? ये टोटल जो है ये मेरा यहाँ पे 75,000 बैठना चाहिए. आप चेक कर लो इसे. Please ask me because I am considering you know this. If there is a doubt, please ask me, class. So this 7,000 is actually, what is it? It is a loss. It is actually a loss. But having said it is a loss, क्या ये 7,000 मुझे अपनी पॉकेट से पे करना पड़ा? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
No. So therefore मैंने यहाँ पे 7,000 जो है इसको add back किया. So this is the loss on investment. And this comes out to be, give me a minute, 7,000. Okay. Having said that, depreciation, there is an adjustment for depreciation. It is saying depreciation charge on land and building is 20,000 and on plant and machinery is 25,000. This means this 45,000 is the total amount of depreciation. So I will have to add this 45,000. What about the third point? Anybody? Interest received on investment during the current year amounted to 10,000. Is 10,000 को क्या करूं? Anyone? It is saying interest received on investment during the current year amounted to 10,000. ये क्या 10,000 है? ये कौन सा 10,000 है? First
एक्टिविटीज में फ्लो होगा मैम.
Okay. Someone else? Ashutosh has replied. I want somebody else to reply. What is this 10,000? Anyone else? Please read adjustment 3. Interest received on investment during the current year amounted to 10,000. जब आपने P&L बनाया होगा तो ये इंटरेस्ट रिसीव्ड है, क्रेडिट किया होगा, एज एन इनकम आपके पास आया होगा. बट एक्चुअली ये मेरा ऑपरेटिंग से नहीं है, ये मेरा किससे है? इन्वेस्टमेंट से है. इस इन्वेस्टमेंट से है तो मुझे इन्वेस्टमेंट में दिखाना चाहिए, तो इसीलिए मैं इसको यहां से माइनस कर दूंगी. एनीथिंग विच इज नॉट फ्रॉम ऑपरेटिंग I will deduct it. So this is interest on investment, and this is 10,000. And therefore, this total amount that I get is the operating profit before working capital changes. So let's see. All of you can check your answer. It comes out to be 3,46,000. Is it clear? Before I go ahead, please ask me if there is any doubt. Please ask me if there is any doubt, any question. If everything is clear, please raise your hands, all of you, or say yes or no.
Ma'am, can you please repeat that 10,001?
Yes, yes. See, Karthik, what we are doing is, if you remember, हमने बोला हमें 3 portions में ये question करना है. Technically 3 भी क्या, technically तो 5 portions में करना है. What are those 5 portions? The first portion is that जो profit का amount है जिससे मैं start कर रही हूँ, net profit before tax, surplus से निकाल के मैं लाई उसको. Then what I did all the non-cash entries, for example, depreciation, etc. And also because सबसे पहले मैं operating profit निकाल रही हूँ, फिर निकालूंगी investing, फिर निकालूंगी financing. So for operating, इसमें जब मैंने P&L बनाया होगा, तो मैंने interest and investment add किया होगा ना, कार्तिक? किया होगा?
Yes,
as an income add किया होगा. लेकिन is it of operating nature? Is it of
investing.
So मैं तो ऑपरेटिंग निकाल रही हूँ, तो मैं इसको यहाँ से माइनस कर दूंगी. जब मैं इन्वेस्टिंग में आऊंगी तब इसको ऐड कर दूंगी. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, right. So with that, I think we are here. Right. Now let's go ahead to the working capital changes. Working capital changes. I am not doing it. I will ask you one by one. मैं hint देती जा रही हूँ, ठीक है? So you will tell me. सबसे पहले current asset से शुरू करते हैं. In the current asset, the first thing I have is inventory, and I see my stock is increasing. I see my stock is increasing. Anyone? How much? And क्या लिखूं? Minus करूं या plus करूं? बोलो. Increase in stock. Anyone? Anyone can reply.
Ma'am,
Okay.
decrease 64,000.
Yes, correct. Increase in stock 60. Let's go on to the next. Then it is trade receivables. That is also increasing. तो क्या करूँ?
Minus.
negative
Amount बोलो.
52,000.
Trade receivables is 52,000. That's right. And I have the next one. Cash and cash equivalent तो मैं लूंगी नहीं यहाँ. So other is other current assets. Prepaid expenses also increasing. So क्या करूँ?
Outflow of 17,000.
Right. This the prepaid expense. Let me check the amount. How much amount? Anyone?
17,000.
17,000. So these are all the sorry. These are all the assets. Okay. कितना था ये? ये बड़ी मुसीबत हो जाती है एक्सेल में. कर लो आप कर लो, वो मैं कर दूंगी. ठीक है. 17,000 था और उससे पहले था 52,000. This is 17. Okay. Now let's come to the liabilities. Let's see the liabilities. सारे assets हो गए? Yes, सारे assets हो गए. Then I have liabilities. I have creditors. My creditors are decreasing. Anyone? Decrease in creditor को क्या करूं?
Less करिए.
तेज बोलो बेटा, मैं सुन नहीं पाई हूँ. Decrease in creditors को क्या करूं?
Outflow
Yes, outflow. Amount
20,000.
20,000.
That's right. Then after that, the next liability that I have is bills payable. Even your bills payable is increasing. Increase in bill payable.
5,000 inflow.
5,000 will be added. Do I have anything else? No, right? This is what I have. So therefore, this is all that I have. And so hence, by adjusting for all these things, the thing that I will get is cash generated from operations. Let me see how much is it. Please, all of you do it and tell me. It is this. Or we can actually technically add them from here to here. Yeah, is it this much, all of you? 198. अब क्या करूं? Anyone? What should I do now? This will be the last thing for today. You will complete the question in homework, okay? What should I do now? Because मैं operating खत्म करना चाहती हूँ. Anyone? Am I done with operating?
Income tax.
Yes. So I have to reduce the tax paid. And I was given that is there an entry made a provision of 70,000, but I don't have to. I have to see it here. That is 50,000. So I will have to deduct 50,000. Thus, this is the amount that I get from operating activities. So this is net cash flow from operating activities. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your net cash flow from operating activities. So with this, I am stopping here. But now this is the first thing that you have done. This is the A part that you have done. Now you will move on to the B part, which will be, you will calculate, this is your homework, and we will check tomorrow, cash flow from investing activities. And then you will do the C part, that is cash flow from financing activities. Okay. And then you can add up the cash opening, उसमें करके फिर आपका final आना चाहिए closing. Is it clear? Can I stop? Right. So I think with that, I finish up here. If there is a doubt, please ask. Otherwise, I'm just going to check the attendance.